Greetings, my friends, and welcome to part 3 of my Easy Kids School Lunchbox Ideas. In today's video, I'm showing you 4 different lunchbox ideas that are sure to please. So let's get right into that very first lunch. And the very first lunch I am making are some ham and cheese croissants. I had bought some croissants from my latest Costco haul, and I used a lot of them to make a croissant like French toast, and it turned out so yummy. But I did have some croissants left over, and of course I did not want to waste them, so I'm making them some sandwiches, and they love croissants. Like, they think they are the greatest invention in the world, which I totally agree. Who could say no to a croissant? But for their croissant sandwiches, I'm only giving them each half a slice of cheese, and I'm using ham because that's what I have on hand. And then I'm also going to stuff it with some spinach, and to make the sandwiches fit a little bit better in the compartment, I am going to slice them in half. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Alicia. On my channel, you can expect to find lots of food stuff. I love food. My family loves food. You can find some lunchbox videos, Costco hauls, Target hauls. I do all kinds of stuff. What's for dinner videos are included. I have another one actually coming up here pretty soon. So if you are not subscribed already and you are totally digging what you're watching right now, definitely hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you around. In my very first lunchbox video, I talk about all the supplies that I use. I don't want to get too much into it, but I will be linking everything down below that I use. I have been using all of the supplies that you see here for many years now. They are tried and true for me and my family. In fact, I ordered a whole bunch more just because my daughter, who just turned 2, is going to be starting preschool here soon. So she's going to be going to school a couple days a week. So she needed some of these lunchbox compartments as well. That is just how much I love this stuff. So everything will be linked below for you guys if you are interested. Getting into lunch number 2, my kids will be having some sun butter and jelly roll-ups. So on my first lunchbox video, I had a couple comments about their kids not being able to have peanuts, like peanut butter, at their school. So a good substitution for peanut butter would definitely be a sun butter. There's no nuts at all in this product. It is just sunflower seeds. The consistency and taste of sun butter is pretty darn close to peanut butter in my opinion. Now this is a very natural sun butter, so the oil that's on top, you're just gonna incorporate that in. It's not like a Skippy. You know how Skippy, there's no oil, you can just kind of mix it up and it's all good to go and you can put it back in your pantry. But for sun butter, I would definitely keep this in your refrigerator and then just like keep it out for a few minutes before you actually go to use it, because it'll be kind of hard to use, but it'll last longer in the fridge. You can keep it in your pantry, but to prolong the life, I would just put it in the fridge. But my kids really love this. They haven't had sun butter in a long time. I didn't tell them what they were having. So when they came home, I said, "Did you guys enjoy your peanut butter and jelly roll-ups?" And they said yes. And of course, when I looked in their lunchbox, there was nothing to be found. So they clearly love this. Now you can do this obviously on bread, but I like switching it up. I always have tortillas on hand whenever I go to Costco. I always buy tortillas. So I wanted to just switch up the sandwiches and give them some roll-ups. If your child is about to start preschool or start kindergarten for their very first time, what I recommend doing is having them try the lunch boxes for the very first time at home. So get them used to opening their lunch boxes, get them used to eating out of them. That's what I've been doing with my daughter. So she starts next week, and I've been having her eat her lunches out of these new lunch boxes, just so that it's familiar to her. So she doesn't go to preschool, sit down and be like, what in the world is going on? Like, everything is so brand new at school. She's not used to this new environment, but at least she is familiar with her lunch setup. So definitely start doing that before your kid starts to go to school. Have them learn to open up the lid, to open up little baggies or whatnot. I think it would be much more helpful. Lunch number 3 is going to be some leftover hamburgers. I made hamburgers for dinner the night before. So what I'm doing is I'm starting off making their lunch at night, and then I will finish it off in the morning. So I'm cutting up all of the vegetables and the fruit. I'm using plums here. They did a pretty good job with the plums. And anytime you see me like squish down the chips, it's so that I can get more chips into the little compartment. And honestly, they really don't care that they're broken. I think in their head, they're like, if they're broken, that means you can get more chips to fit in there. So I always kind of break them a little bit just so that it gets a little bit smaller. But I'm also going to give them a homemade brownie that I made for my daughter's birthday. And then I will be finishing their hamburgers in the morning. And the reason I am heating up the hamburger the next morning is so that it is a little bit warmer whenever they go to eat their hamburger. And you can definitely wrap it up with like foil to keep it warmer. My kids, honestly, they're not like a temperature freak like I am. I love my food being either super hot or if it's supposed to be cold, super cold. So they're not that picky yet. So they will eat it however it is, and they had no problem eating it. In fact, my oldest was like, "Why didn't I get a whole hamburger?" And I was like, "Buddy, you don't have time." And also, speaking about time, I don't know about your guys' school, but at my kids' school, they really don't have that much time to eat. So while this may not look like a lot of food, or maybe it does look like a lot of food, I don't know, but they really don't have much time. So keep that in mind whenever you're packing your kids' lunch, that you don't have to make it like a full-on gourmet meal. Just give them enough to hold them over until they get home for an after-school snack, which, by the way, I do have an after-school snack video on my channel. I will link that down below for you too.
I'm on the train headed back to Indiana.
And for the final meal, we are doing a pizza and a pasta. I had made a pasta salad the night before. It was super, super simple, and I didn't want to waste it, so I decided to give that to them in replacement of like their chips or their crackers. And in the salad, I just put some cubed cheese. I cut up some cherry tomatoes, some more pepperoni, even though they're having pepperoni, but some pepperoni slices, and then some sliced olives, and then I warmed up some edamame, and I added a little bit of Italian dressing to it. It's really, really good. Super, super simple. And speaking of super simple, kids' meals, they should be super simple. It should be easy, not just for them, but for us as moms or dads watching this video too. It should be easy for us to just throw whatever we have in our fridge and in our pantries together and offer that to our kids. I think they will just be happy with whatever you give them, whatever you make them. Give them leftovers, especially if they enjoyed it. If they love bean burritos and that's what you had for dinner that night, give it to them the next day, like a bean and rice burrito. That's perfect. My kids would love that. So don't make it too hard on yourself. Don't think that you have to make little fancy, like a star-shaped sandwiches or star-shaped cucumbers. You don't have to do that. Your kids love you. You don't gotta impress them. Give them just food that you know that they're gonna love and enjoy. All right, my friends, that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys liked it. There is a playlist of easy kids lunchbox ideas down below for you guys. So if you're looking for other ideas, please check that out. And also, before you leave, please subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate your support. And we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.